Khazkat Abatim Daf Lametes, sponsored the Refuah Shlema for Rachalea Basfega. The Gemara defines the elements necessary for a legally binding protest. Number one, the landowner must claim the occupant is a thief who stole his land. Claiming he is a thief only indicates he is disreputable, not who is the true owner. However, threatening to take him to court, although useful to a victim, is not a necessary element of a protest. Number two, there is a machlokus whether a protest is effective where the protester restricted the witnesses from informing the occupant. Reb Zavid holds it is valueless. The witnesses will abide by his instructions. Reb Papa disagrees. He holds it is a protest because he did not restrict them from informing others. Eventually, the occupant will hear it by word of mouth. Number three, the witnesses claim they will not relate it to the occupant. Reb Zavid holds, again, it is valueless. The landowner did not protest in front of other witnesses. Reb Papa disagrees. He holds it is a protest. They restricted themselves from relating it to the occupant, not to others. Again, the occupant will hear it by word of mouth. Number four, the landowner instructed them to keep his protest secret. Even Reb Papa agrees with Reb Zavid, it is valueless. Number five, the witnesses claim they will not reveal his protest to anybody. Reb Papa holds this protest is also valueless. Rav Huna Breder Rabbi Yeshua held it is a protest because Milsi de lo Rami alei de Einish, Omar lo v'lava daite. Anything one is not required to keep secret eventually will be related inadvertently. Rav Nachman holds a protest not in the presence of the occupant is a valid protest. The Gemara explains that this does not contradict Rabbi Yehuda. When he stated in the Mishnah, the last year is necessary for the landowner to return to Eretz Yisrael from Spain, he meant this as an Eitzah Tova, sound advice. If he lodged the protest in Spain, it would prevent the occupant from establishing a chazaka, but not stop him from consuming the field's produce. For this, he needs to return to Eretz Yisrael and a victim for not having a purchaser's document. The Gemara discusses how many witnesses must be present for a landowner's protest. There are two opinions in Rabbi Yochanan's name. Rabbi Chia bar Abba holds 2, whereas Rabbi Avohu holds 3. There are 3 explanations to their argument. Rabbi bar Chana holds one who conveys gossip to the victim after 3 heard it already does not violate the Isur because it is public knowledge. Eventually, the victim will hear it whether the gossiper relates it or not. Similarly, 3 people who heard a protest is public knowledge. Eventually, the occupant will hear it. The other opinion holds 2 witnesses suffice to publicize it. Number 2, they argue whether a protest is required in the presence of the occupant. Both agree only 3 can publicize it. However, the opinion that 2 suffices holds the protest must be in the presence of the occupant. The witnesses testify only that he lodged a protest. The other opinion holds the protest does not have to be in the presence of the occupant. Number 3, both opinions agree a protest not in the presence of the owner is a protest. Since it is permissible to publicize a protest, it is quite possible 2 witnesses suffice for the occupant to hear, whereas the opinion that 3 witnesses are necessary hold only they can guarantee the occupant will hear. The last discussion concerns how many times the owner must protest. Rav holds a protest the first year suffices for 3 years. Rava adds the occupant who is in possession for more than 3 years must protest at the end of each 3 years, and according to Bar Kapora, each protest must be the same. If one contradicts the others, such as first, protesting the occupant stole the land, and then stating he only has rights to the produce, not to the land, the protest is valueless in preventing the occupant's chazaka. If you're enjoying Daf and 5, please click on the link below, subscribe, and become a sponsor. Thank you.